Hey guys, welcome back again to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. When we last left off, we managed to lead the main story through episode Persona 4. We still have a little bit more up ahead, but I was actually maybe thinking of leaving this once I unlock the second option over here. As you can see, the ones with the question marks, that all comes down through this decision, if I remember correctly. We kind of defeated the final boss through you, and obviously it was kind of bullshit in the beginning, but then you kind of just like, okay. But either way, it was so BS. It was so BS because I was trying to dodge certain attacks, and sometimes it kind of did, and sometimes it didn't. So I was kind of like, what's going on here? But either way, yeah, let's without further ado, let's get right into it. So once we start obviously entering in this, we choose the other option. There was two options in this that it was kind of like a way to convince Sho, and the one that I gone through was the right one. RC, this time we have to basically choose the one that it's not in itself the right answer. So we kind of do a quick skip. So last time we went, it was founded on your burden of solitude. So this time we should choose it's founded on the strength of your bonds.
It's founded on the strength of your bonds. I don't know exactly what you are. Since you were born from a plume of dusk, maybe you really are a shard of one who brings about death. But no matter how you hurt, or how badly you're about to fall, the power that lets you stand up for someone else, that comes from bonds.
Impossible. I am this boy's.
No one lives alone. You protected Sho and supported him all this time. You should know that by now.
That's right. No one can live by severing ties with other people. If Sho doesn't know how to do this because of the lives he's led, then we just have to show him how. I'm sure even Mitsuru-san and the other shadow operatives will accept Sho, just like they did with Lapis. It's such a simple thing that even the fake Aiga-san figured it out. So there's no way that you can't see this, right, Minasuke?
I see.
What's with this sappy drama?
You're...
Aha! You must be Sho-chan's Minazuki-kun. You're
So everything goes the same. Yeah, everything is... unread text skip, obviously that's off, so... No, please don't. I do not want to fight him again. Please, no. Oh, I'm fighting it again. Why? Why must you do this to me? No, I'm so sick and tired of this boss. I'm so... Like, you don't know how... No. I'm so sick and tired of this boss. Oh. Right. No. See, I just don't get. Alright, first try. I don't know how the fuck I did that. But I did it. I was so concentrated. But it's like that. It's so bullshit. Sometimes it's like, how the fuck I am blocking. Yeah, we know this. Such an awesome. So I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we saw this. It's nothing new. Have I chose the correct thing, right?
Well then, you. Hasta la vista, baby. Until the day we meet again. Farewell.
No, seriously? Then there's something off here. I mean, could it be from this? I know for a fact that that could be the case, but I would actually definitely have to check. So I guess we definitely go through here, but I'm a bit weird because it should be through episode 3. So I'm not quite sure if this is actually something specifically here. So I would actually have to check. So do give me a sec. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I'm just gonna go through all this, and maybe it would happen. So yeah, we might as well go and finish up episode B4, which seems that it's not what it seems to be. Again, my whole reason with all this is just I hardly remember. I generally hardly remember mainly the ending of this game. So having mixed thoughts, so that's why the complications here. So then might as well continue. Most likely with this, that would give us the episode P3. The light slowly dims and my vision oh my god, sorry. The light slowly dims and my vision returns. I am indeed standing in a safe place. The studio in the TV world. It's a relief to look around and see everyone else here too. They all look confused as to what happened. But when I approach them, they break into a smile and congratulate me on the victory. You know, seeing everyone in one place like this, we got quite the crowd together.
Well done, Narukami. I'm sorry for the trouble we caused.
No, we owe you too. Thank you for stopping the shadows.
Akiko-san comes up from behind me and nudges my shoulder. When I look towards him, he smirks in that dauntless way.
Wish I could have gone to the top myself, but I'll let you take the glory this time.
Thank you, Akihiko-san.
I hear a fuss then, and look towards the exit from this world at the center of the studio. Everyone's gathered around the stacked up TVs, wondering what this is all about. We head over.
Like I keep saying, this is my world. You have to go through this TV to get out to your world, Junpei.
Huh? We go through a TV to get out of the TV? Come on, Blue Daruma, quit kidding around.
It's for real. But, now that you mention it, that is kind of weird, isn't it? Going into a TV leads you out of the TV?
Jeez, what are you making it all complicated for? It's fine. The TVs are connected. These things only get confusing because you overthink them.
I don't believe this. Look, you just gotta show him.
Seems Teddy and the others are trying to explain about the TV world to the shadow operatives we just met today. Yukari-san and Ken-kun seem to somewhat understand, but Junpei-san just isn't getting it, and Teddy and Yosuke are having a hard time explaining it to him. Then again, Junpei-san might be too distracted by with the shock of seeing Kanji sticking his head into the TV right next to him.
What the? Dude, what are you doing?
Whoa, crap!
Kanji quickly pulls out the TV and stumbles backwards. Fortunately, right behind him were Teddy and Junpei-san, watching a little too closely. The back of Kanji's head hits Teddy's face, and the back of Teddy's head directly hits Junpei-san's face. The force of the hit causes Junpei-san to go rolling all the way to the edge of the studio. I wonder if he's okay.
Stupid Kanji, that hurt! Don't you know the saying, a head in motion tends to stay in motion?
Shut up! It's your fault for rubbernecking. When I stuck my head out, I saw a security guard making the rounds.
Eh? Junpei, why are you sleeping on the floor? And just when we were trying to explain things to you.
Teddy, that's not right. If I had to pick sides, I'd say Junpei-san was clearly the victim right now.
Hey, wait a sec. Kanji-kun, did you just say there was a guard out there?
Huh? Yeah. So?
Then the town's back to normal. The people who disappeared must be safe now, right?
Oh, that's right! Good job, Junpei. You did great.
I'm not sure what I had to do with it.
All right, it finally feels like we won. We saved the town our very own selves.
We did it!
A cheer erupts from all my friends on the investigation team at once. Seeing us in high spirits, the Shadow Operatives also come forward and join us as well, as we all congratulate each other on the brave fight. I'm so glad. I was able to protect my friends. I sense someone looking at me. And when I turn around, I see a figure watching us from a distance. That red hair, the uniform jacket tied around his waist, the sword in each hand. That's
Sho.
And he turns around at this and tenses up. But Sho doesn't say anything. He just points the tip of the blade he's holding at me. He must mean that he'll come and challenge me to fight again someday.
Come at us however many times you want, but next time we'll fight one-on-one, fair and square.
For a brief instant, it looks as if Sho's mouth forms a smile. It doesn't last long though, because he turns to run and quickly disappears. Was I seeing things? No, I doubt.
That boy. So he survived.
Yes.
Regrettably, he is a serious criminal who tried to destroy the world. We cannot leave him be.
I understand.
But I won't be so stubborn this time. I ask that you all cooperate with us in capturing Minazuki.
I'm honestly surprised at this. After the P1 Grand Prix came to a close, Mitsuru-san clearly told us to not get involved in any further and rejected all our offers to help. I understand that she did it so as not to drag us into anything dangerous, but we decided to save Sho. Mitsuru-san must have come to understand our feelings and included us in the search for him. Sho's never had a chance to interact with people. He has no idea how. So, we'll fight with him as many times as it takes, explaining our true feelings to him each time. We'll do it over and over until it sinks in what it means to get involved with people. As long as Sho keeps trying for us, I'll answer him with all my strength, so in a way, my answer is already decided.
Yes, of course.
With that, the members of the investigation team who seem to have been listening chime in from behind me.
Leave it to me. My persona's gotten real strong. I'll find that show in no time so Senpai can breathe easier.
That reminds me, that dude was wearing our uniform. I guess we should start by beating the crap out of everyone at school?
No violence yet, Kanji-kun. An investigation must be
Kanji,
carried out
for
based on thorough
fuck's
examination
sake.
and confirmed evidence.
Was he wearing our uniform? I didn't notice at all.
I remember Minnie's smell, too. He can run, but he can't hide from Teddy's nose.
Dude, will you stop giving everyone and everything those weird nicknames?
Does your nose even work anymore? You've been sneezing this whole time.
No, I haven't. That was because of the red fog. It was filled with a terrible curse and...
Curses don't exist. Although given what Kagutsuchi was after, I suppose it did have an effect of that sort in truth.
Why are we so scatterbrained? Can't you guys stay on one topic for 10 seconds?
Oh, sheesh.
And that's where we are. Good. It's like always. I can't help but smile and join in with everyone. I'm not alone. Even if it turns out I have to fight Sho again, my friends and I will handle it. We're an investigation team, after all. Is it over? No. As you can see, there was more. When we return from the TV world, an utterly mundane world is waiting for us. As we stand around in the quiet dawn at Juness before it opens, Yosuke looks around at the eyebrow-raising outfits of the shadow operatives. I think I'll not tell anyone about him, sighing, thank goodness we came out of this hour. Then again, I'm at a loss for what to do when we go to Yasogami High, closed for the holiday. To see Mitsuru-san off, and a pitch-black military helicopter lands on the ground. After seeing them all off, we return to the empty pre-dawn food court and take our usual seats.
Sitting here makes it feel like I'm really back.
Indeed. It seems that for now, the case is closed.
For now.
Man, that guy sure gave us some grief. Wasn't the world on the brink of ending?
Mm-hmm. Although, I felt a bit sorry for him.
Huh? For who?
You can't even figure that out? She's talking about how Sho probably didn't want to turn out that way.
Yeah, he's a really clumsy kid. I keep thinking about how similar I was, you know?
According to Mitsuru-san, ever since Ikutsuki abandoned Sho, he was left for dead in the hospital's care. I surmise that is where he learned of Ikutsuki's death, and later heard this plan's proposal for Minazuki.
That reminds me. That thing that showed up at the end. Hino Kagutsuchi, right? What was that thing really?
A bullshit boss.
Yeah. It said it was born when this town was enshrouded in fog.
And that's not all. It was all over my fuzzy head, but what was that collective will of so-and-so part about?
I guess it was formed from the hearts of people who only think about themselves, never caring what happens to others.
Yeah. When the fog covered this town last time, the hearts of people who only cared about their own safety gathered and formed that Hino Kagutsuchi.
That's a sad way to be. I wonder why some people think like that.
Well, there's nothing we could do about it except to do our best. By the way, partner.
Yeah?
Did you see Adachi up there? What happened to him in the end?
No way! Adachi-san?
That bastard was here?
Oh yeah, I hadn't told everyone yet. By the time I turned around after defeating Ino Kagutsuchi, Adachi-san was already nowhere to be seen, but...
Don't worry about him. He'll obey the rules.
No one asks any more questions after that. None of us say as much, but there's a strange kind of trust we have about Adachi-san, who told us that he obeyed the rules of this world. And in this case, at least, Adachi-san was true to his word.
Alright then, let's go home. But man, some long holiday this turned out to be.
Seriously, Yukun came to visit and we didn't get to talk at all.
Oh well. But now that it's all over, I think I had fun.
Ah! Yuki-chan, have you turned to violence? Thinking back on it, I did see some dangerously scary faces from you.
Teddy, would you like to see me angry?
Ah! There! That's exactly what I'm talking about!
But you're just provoking.
Someone understand what Yukiko-senpai means. Despite the lost time, we've gathered as a group again. I'm glad for that much.
We all silently nod in agreement to this. Once today's over, we'll return to our normal lives and walk our own paths. Even then, someday, no matter when it may be.
Yosuke-senpai, I'm hungry. Can we go grab a bite yet?
Meat sounds great right now. You'll scale treat, of course.
I'm not treating anyone. The store's not even open. Stop trying to make me treat you guys every time.
It's your place.
Things really haven't changed at all. Oh, Senpai, look!
I look to where Isis is pointing and see the sun staring to rise from afar beyond the town. Those thick thunderclouds that had covered Inaba yesterday seem to have disappeared along with the fog.
Let's go, everyone.
It's going to be some nice weather in Inaba today. Maybe Marie-chan as well. I wonder. The epilogue. Oh, might as well. Credits rolls, and we have a like little infinite fighting. And like that, the long holiday is almost over. we're on our way to the station. I said I didn't need anyone to see me off, but since I didn't get much time to relax, deep down I was happy to spend even a little more time with everyone. As we get closer to the station, a familiar figure comes walking from up ahead. As we're about to pass each other, she speaks to me. There you are.
Thanks for your hard work.
Yeah, same to you.
It's not like I really did anything. I was getting my butt handed to me and you weren't around. Like, that was fun.
You were keeping Dojima-san and everyone else safe, weren't you? That was a huge help.
Stupid no-tech love machine. You're being too honest with me. Stupid.
Marie-chan. Marie blushes, somewhat embarrassed. But she was protecting this town from the worst of Inokagutsuchi effects. That must have been extremely hard on her.
Hey, this town, do you like it?
Huh? Yeah, I love it.
Go home already. Get out of here and come back soon, jerk.
Baka, like, oh my god, Baka. It's like, fuck's sake, Marie. We had like this sort of conversations in gold, and we don't need them again. No, Baka, like, seriously, you stupid Baka. That was an even bigger outburst than usual. I wanted to express my thanks to her more, but, well, seeing her in good spirits again relieves me. I'm sure she'll continue to watch over everyone in this town. As I watch her run off, I hurry and catch up to my friends who've gone on ahead. When we reach the platform, Dojima-san, who was already here, hands me my belongings.
Thanks for bringing my things all the way here.
Don't worry about it. Man, you seem pretty busy. So, if you're headed back, does that mean things are settled?
Yeah.
There's a hint of reapproach in Dojima-san's eyes. A detective's intuition is an impressive thing. I can tell he still trusts me, since he's stopping short of grilling me for details. I just wish he'd stop with that drill-like stare.
Take some more time off the next time you come. She seemed pretty lonely.
Nanako looks away sadly as Dojima-san pushes her forward. She's pouting a little. Nanako, I really feel bad that I couldn't spend more time with her.
Oh, you can. It's almost time.
Well then, time to disband the investigation team for real this time.
I feel a little down when you actually come out and say it like that.
Yes, but disbanding means that the case has been solved. We should take pride in that at least.
Investigation team?
Oh crap!
Chie's dog went missing, so...
Huh? Really? If you had told me, I would have rushed to help in a jiffy.
Where are you falling for that? Just stay quiet.
That's not fair. I wanted to help too.
I'm sorry, Nanako. I'll be back in the summer.
Really?
So yeah, coming back in the summer, actually now, it would be, it is indeed canon. The Persona 4 dancing game, which are obviously I'm most likely not gonna play them because literally they're just more for fan service type of thing. But yes, it is canonically into the story as well. So,
Whoa!
So there's the hint.
You're gonna stay the whole summer, right?
Oh,
Yay! That's more than a month. We could do anything then.
Let's see, the summer festival? Going swimming in the ocean? Ooh, and the fireworks show!
Somehow, we've gotten sidetracked to the subject of me staying here for my whole summer vacation. I actually hadn't decided myself how long I'll be here then. In spite of myself, I glanced towards Dojima-san.
We wouldn't mind at all. Nanako would love to have you around.
The train will be arriving shortly. Please step behind the white lines for your safety.
Big bro!
As I lift my luggage, Nanako rushes over to hug me. She was pouting before, but it looks like her sadness has reached its limits.
I don't want you to leave. I want to play with you too.
Nanako.
You really didn't get to spend much time with her.
Nana-chan, I'll play with you.
I know, Nanako-chan, come over to my place. We have a dog.
No, I want Big Bro.
Nanako, if you keep saying such selfish things, I'll tell you a scary story before bed.
Nanako freezes for a moment with a sudden jolt before reluctantly letting me go. Dojima-san, I'm not sure that's a good way to keep her in line.
I'll have more time over the summer vacation, Nanako. We can play more then.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know Nanako-chan doesn't like scary stories.
Yeah, if she sees a scary story on TV before bed, she can't go to the bathroom by herself. I'm the one who gets woken up in the middle of the night.
Dad!
Sorry.
Jeez, we're through, Dad.
Damn! Nanako, tired of being teased so much, she rushes into the train even though the departure bell is already ringing. That was not good timing.
Nanako!
Oh. Oh no. I chased after Nanako and I rushed into the train. Just as the doors closes behind me, Dojima-san and my friends are left behind on the platform with dumbfounded expressions. As the scenery begins to slowly move, they all start chasing after our train. Nanako looks back and forth between me and the others outside and seems a bit panicked. I grin and then look around inside the train for a seat where we can both sit down until the next station. Nanako. Oh, we better get kanjis.
Break. Broke. Broken? Eat. Eaten? Why the hell does it keep changing like that? Break? What is it, a car? I don't even have any brothers named Ken!
Oh my god, that's a Street Fighter reference.
Oh my, are you studying English? It must be a cold day in hell.
You old hag! I'm trying to study here, so quit making fun of me!
My, he's embarrassed.
Okay, so this kanji talking here. Damn, my mom looks so happy. I ain't doing this because I want to. I ignore her and turn back to this study aid thing.
Oh, that's right. There's something I wanted to ask you.
Well, what is it? Quit bothering me. I just hurry up and ask already.
Well, our dyes seem to be running out much faster lately. Do you know anything about that?
I get all flustered at her sudden question.
How should I know? Maybe we had a burglar or something.
Oh my. A burglar who only steals dyes?
Like I said, how should I know? You're probably just imagining it anyway.
Is that so? How odd.
Man, she's really sharp about this stuff. I can't let her figure it out yet. She can't know that I'm like thinking about the family business and all. My senpai are third years now, so it's only natural that they talk now about our plans for the future. I've been giving it some thought myself, so I decided to start training in secret about stuff like what's the starting for? That's well, that's a part of my plan too.
I just remembered. That navy blue handkerchief I washed yesterday had an odd unevenness to its coloring.
What? Like how? That handkerchief was my best work lately, and...
Wait, the one I washed was a white handkerchief. Ah, the ravages of age. I keep misremembering things.
You old hag!
Ma leaves, juggling all the while. That old hag, she knew. Feeling embarrassed about my secret training getting found out, I take a break from studying and pick up one of the dyed goods out of the store.
The color just isn't the same.
Compared to the fabric I dyed for my mascot plushie. I didn't notice until I actually worked with dyes of my own, but Ma's dye goods are something else. How does she get the dyes to do that? I catch myself sighing and shake the cobwebs out of my head. You senpai's gone back to the city, and my other senpai are probably leaving town next year too, according to their post-grad plans. Gracie and Nato too, even now. They're away from Inaba more than they're here. To be honest, it's sad to see us all go our separate ways. But the funny thing is, I don't feel as nervous about it as I did. Maybe it's because I found a goal I can be proud of. And that goal is to become a pro craftsman, spreading my dye goods across the world. I do that, and my friends who leave Inaba won't be lonely no matter where in the world they end up. But first, I gotta get better at dyeing. And I need to learn to speak English too, even though I'm already talking. With new resolve, I'll look up to the Tatsumi Textile Shop curtain. Seeing those vibrant, perfectly dyed colors, I can help but feel a wicked laugh rising up in me.
I ain't giving up, god damn it!
Well said, Kanji. I guess I'm pretty sure it goes by one with the rest of their characters, I feel.
Excuse me.
As I'm picking up the empty plates from the parlor, which is as lively as usual, I guess beckons me over.
Oh, you're a high school girl and a manager? That's awesome.
Hey, could you wash my back later?
Sir, please don't joke like that.
Well, I might consider it if you held a party here every day for the next year.
Really? I'll take you up on that.
Thank you for your patronage. Of course, I must ask that you pay for everything up front.
Huh?
While the guest is stunned, I exit the parlor. Even people like him are important guests. It would be easy to lash out, but I've started to learn lately that there are other ways to deal with them.
Yuki-chan, are you okay? Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
Don't worry. I'll make sure to lean on you and the others if I'm ever feeling stressed. Please help me out if that happens.
Really? You've gotten so dependable all of a sudden.
I can't help but smile a little at the waitress' delight. The reasons I'm able to try my best like this isn't because of my strength alone. It's more than I want to keep pushing myself further, because I have people who depend on me. And I think it's because of that case that I'm thinking this way now. I've made my decision to take over the inn, and everyone is cheering me on. To live up to the expectations, I need to train hard so I won't be a disgrace as the inn's manager. Even when it comes to cooking, I don't have to be as good as the chefs. I just need to be able to make some simple appetizers by myself. As I moved to the corner of the kitchen, I was borrowing. I take the contents of the pot. No.
I think it's missing a bit of tartness. Maybe I should use yogurt.
Yukiko. No.
Huh? It burned? That's odd. I was sure this was how the chefs did it.
Yuki-chan? I smell something burning. Are you okay?
I'm okay. For now.
You're improving as a manager, but I think your progress as a cook is still bumpy.
I can't help but sigh at the waitress' gentle rejection as I stare at the burnt pot. Maybe I should get more people to help taste my food. Yeah, I'm not alone, so I'm sure my friends will be eager to help me out. Just don't kill them. Don't kill them with your cooking, please. Alright, we got a GA.
Huh. I'm gonna leave math for later. I gotta start with general ed questions first.
Alright. I wave the white flag at the incomprehensible row of numbers and open up a different book. Sheesh, this one's pretty thick too.
What is this? Some kind of old manuscript? Oh. I'm in great shape at least. How come there aren't any practical skills in the primary exam?
I give up the endless list of formal sentences and blop into my bed. The comfortable feeling on my pillow slowly lures me to sleep.
So sleepy.
It's no use. I know when I'm beat. The sample questions for the police employment exam are too
I
tough.
bet Master would totally ace the written exams too. I mean, he'd make it to the top easy.
I remember declaring to Akihiko-san my dream to be a police officer when I got to see him again during the incident the other day. Why a police officer? It's simple, really. So I can protect everything I care about. Things like my family, friends, and this town itself, where I have so many good memories of growing up. Yukun's gone back far away to the city, and since Yosuke's decided to go to college, he'll eventually leave Inaba too. Risa-chan and Naoto-kun will probably have to do a lot of traveling in their work, and even Yukiko said she might go do some innkeeper training herself elsewhere. Kanji-kun supposedly up in the mountains in search of dyes and cooking wood. I think... Wait, that part about the cooking wood seems off. But even if we end up separated, it won't change the fact that we can always come back here to Inaba. That's why I'll protect this town, that I think is the real strength everyone gave me.
Alright, I'm gonna become a police officer, no doubt about it. If Master's at the top, I'll work my way up to his level.
And that's why I can't be bummed out just because I'm stumbling a bit over subjects I'm not so good at. I lightly slap both my cheeks to wake myself up and get a second wind, and then I jump out of bed and head back to my desk once more. These sample questions are a tough enemy right now, but the stronger the enemy, the more a true fighter welcomes the challenge. Once I become a police officer, I'll bust up bad guys at crime scenes one after another.
Master, I need to be on the streets, not behind a TV.
Akihiko-san, a government official with the police, will be my strict but kind boss. Oh, and I bet if a case comes up, our ace detective Naoto-kun will help us out on the investigation. Yukun and the others will be amazed at how I take care of business. It's kind of embarrassing to think about that, though.
I'm gonna do my best.
You still have a long way to go, Chie. Yosuke? No, it's Naoto. Sometime after the Golden Week incident, I was in the drawing room of a certain dummy company in Okina City. To the public, it's merely a small publishing company. But in truth, it's been rented out by public safety to serve as a base of operations for administrative police activities carried out in secret. Though at times I cooperate with them on investigations, I am still an ordinary high school student, and since I'm only an outsider from the police perspective, it would cause too much of a stir for me to come in contact with public safety at regular police stations. This, in other words, is one of the few places I can be at ease. I've come here a number of times after that case and grown acquainted with some of the part-time employees. Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my god, that was a big yawn. Sometimes I get sleepy when I read too much. Given my position, it may be dangerous to get too close to the public safety, but the relationship is extremely useful as a source of information. The fact that it's a pipeline I established myself undoubtedly gave me greater confidence as well. Upon hearing the details of this case, the man from public safety is lost in thought for some time. But then, he tells me with some chagrin that the secret inquiry into the Kirijo group is concluded.
What do you mean?
You probably believe that this investigation is about the potential dangers of the Kirijo group. But that's not the truth. It was ordered by top public safety officials who aren't keen on Mitsuru Kirijo's influence. They're trying to find fault with her to rein her in.
Then, were these top officials dissatisfied with my report?
Oh, your report was detailed and accurate. But that was too fair for their liking.
Are you asking me to report a distortion of the truth?
Don't glare like that. The officials used Kirijo's disappearance this time to order an investigation on the Shadow Operative's facility.
Yes, I know about that. I'd heard from my friends.
But these investigation results aren't what those at the top hoped for. If this continues, they may abandon rational judgment in their desperation.
In other words, you think they would begin to suspect me as taking sides with Kirijo?
Yes, but that's not what we hope to see happen. In all honesty, Enabling their power struggle has no upside for our organization at all. We are very satisfied with your work. That's why it would be less than ideal if you lost favor with the top officials and became unhireable.
I understand. Though they're all part of public safety, you're saying the top officials and the on-site investigators have different views.
That's the nature of the beast. You have my permission to continue visiting this place from now on. So, I ask that you play along this once.
Permission to continue? So, you leave a thread for me to follow while telling me not to get too involved.
A harsh assessment. Both the inner truth and the outer veneer matter in society. That's how it is.
I was only joking. I thank you for your generous consideration.
Interesting. I gave a bow and leave the room. When I stepped outside the building, I see a clear blue sky spreading overhead. I take a seat on a bench that catches my eye. The afternoon sunlight, just now beginning to heat up, shines down on me. It's been a while since I've had time such as this with nothing pressing to occupy me. This case forced me to think about several things. First, shadow-related incidents are not limited to the Midnight Channel. Second, the Shadow Operatives, the only organization that can counter those threats, are in a politically unstable position. Finally, there may be more powerful remnants of ergo research like Show somewhere.
Spares further investigation.
Since I am both a detective and a persona user, there should be truth that only I can unearth from my unique position. The scope of this investigation will be vast, and I may no longer be able to remain in Inaba. But no matter what kind of physical distance I put between myself and the friends I made here, our hearts will never be apart. Having made my resolution, all I must do is make the first move in my investigation.
It seems I'm about to be very busy.
So we're down to Rise and Yosuke thing. I mean, I don't include Teddy because most likely he's with Yosuke. So I kind of like see that they both are like together.
All right, that must be the place.
A few days after the incident during Golden Week, after coming to Okina City, I find what I'm looking for and start walking towards it. What am I looking for, you ask? The sign of a cramped school. See, I decided to go to onto college after graduation from high school. I know I'm off to kind of a late start, but that's my fault for ignoring my guidance counseling results.
Thanks to this case, I feel like I'm finally prepared to face my future. It's like I finally made a breakthrough.
A breakthrough?
When I was chatting with you while reflecting on the case, he gave me this puzzled expression when I started talking about this stuff. I told him vaguely about how I couldn't muster up an interest in the future since we'd all be going our separate ways because I'm having so much fun with my friends here now. It came off a little unfocused because I tried to cram in everything I wanted to say at once, including how this isn't because I'm unhappy with the way things are.
I kept wondering if there was any way I could spend my time with everyone forever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that that's just running from reality.
Everything in this world changes, and that's what makes it interesting. These bonds we have will keep changing too. That doesn't worry me like it used to. No matter how far apart we may be, no matter how different the paths we take may be, I rely on everyone, and I want to be someone everyone else can rely on.
For now, I'm focused on finding a big project that won't bore me until I die. First, I'm gonna go to college and expand my horizons. I guess for how long I thought about it, it's a pretty standard path.
No, I think that's just like you, Yosuke. Isn't the long consideration really the important part?
That's what my partner said after listening to my endless spiel. He might be right. Taking time to consider things must be important too. And so, after picking up the application for the cram school and coming back home to Inaba, I'm now taking drastic measures at Yominaido bookstore. In front of me is a shelf of study aid books, and all around me are serious looking guys I'm hesitant to talk to.
No idea which ones are any good.
Huh? What are you doing, Yosuke? The shelf with the nurses is over there.
The guys picking out study aid books immediately stare at me as Teddy's voice pierces the quiet of the store. Come on, give me a break. Why did I have to run into Teddy here?
Stay over here for today, thanks.
Hmm? Oh, you're looking for camouflage. Something to hide your nurses with?
What? Hell no!
Oh my god, Teddy. Teddy probably rushes over to the certain corner I always stop by. Feeling everyone's heated stares at me, I grab Teddy by his collar and make a dash out of the store. Damn it. I wonder if maybe Juness will get some study aid books in stock. Teddy. Come on. Now with Teddy now.
This part seems to be lacking a bit. It should be more showy, extravagant, all out. Hurrah! I feel like I'm on a roll.
I go on decorating with splendid watercolored signs, which gave the impression of the blue summer sky and shining star decorations too. On top of that, I've made the mannequins sexy too, to better fit the summery theme. As I'm nodding up my auction display, Yosuke's making a beeline right toward me. I bet he's surprised at my early perfect display skills.
Yosuke, what was that for?
Shut up! What about this is perfect to you? It looks like a midsummer swimsuit sale.
Oh, now that you mention it.
Oh, that's all you can say? Listen, this is supposed to be a section for elegant summer clothes for the early season. So why set up a swimsuit sale, huh? Stop changing things on your own.
Oh, but Sensei will come back once summer comes, right? My mind is already in full summer mode.
You're jumping the gun way too much. Don't drag our store into your shenanigans.
You say that, but aren't you curious too? Don't you want Yuki-chan, Chie-chan, Rise-chan, and Nao-chan to wear these new swimsuits as soon as possible?
Well, sure. But wait, we weren't talking about me.
Oh, I know. When Sensei comes back, let's invite Mid-chan and her friends to the beach.
Mitsuru-san and her friends, huh? Oh, they're regular working folks. I mean, they're a special unit, so I don't think they could just...
Yosuke! The game will end if you give up. Just imagine what they'd all look like in
Fuck's sake, Teddy.
swimsuits.
You're such a bad influence to Yosuke, and the thing is, Yosuke just accepts it. And you had to put the fan service for Teddy, do ya? Of course there will be Chie-chan and Yuki-chan, Nao-chan and Rise-chan, and on top of that, the beauties of the Shadow Operatives led by the glamorous Mid-chan in a grand gathering. Even I can't help but get excited at the thought. Ooh, that look on Yosuke's face means I bet he's gonna get a nosebleed soon. Yosuke sure is easy to read.
Look, that doesn't change the fact that it's way too early for this. Hurry up and get the display how it's supposed to be.
No! I will staunchly protect my paradise!
Your weird paradise has no place in our store! If you don't hurry and fix this, I'm docking your pay!
This is tyranny! Utter totalitarianism!
Teddy. God damn it. Such a dummy bear. I think going down with the last one.
Well then, let's start from Act 3. Ready? Go!
Look, a white bird. Could it be the same one we saw together last summer?
Who cares about birds right now? If there's something you want to say, then say it.
Please don't be that way. I trusted in you. I believed in our promise that we'd come here on this day. So why did you bring her? I feel like an utter fool.
Rise-chan!
Inoue-san's voice echoes across the quiet rehearsal room. Jeez, I already told him that the rehearsal's a little behind schedule.
Inoue-san, we're still rehearsing here.
Oh, sorry. Please forgive me.
Inoue-san quickly apologizes and bows to everyone. I bow to apologizing to the actor I'm rehearsing with and the director for holding up the rehearsal.
It's time. You're free to go. Everyone else, take it from the top of that scene.
Huh? But...
Go on or they'll yell at me. The promise was we'd do this without getting in the way of your other work. Though, I mean, your acting was great.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
What do you mean, anything else?
Anything I should work on?
I just told you that your acting was great. You're rushing this too much. Well, I don't know. I guess you need to work on accepting your strengths and trying to build on them? Sure.
Accept my strengths?
That's right. Hey, I take back what I said. Everyone take a 30-minute breather.
At the director's orders, the tension in the rehearsal room lifts. I grab my towel and bag before hurrying over to where Inoue-san is making himself scarce near the entrance.
So what do you need to talk about, Inoue-san?
Oh, right. The response to your TV appearance the other day was amazing. We keep getting tons of calls with more work for you. And that's why we'd really like to set up an actual schedule and put a huge media blitz behind your comeback.
No, I told you that's not what I want. I'm not even close to my peak performance yet.
Huh? But they're all really good deals, you know?
Nope. Don't you remember how we talked this over with the agency? I want to put my schoolwork first right now. Oh, can you bring the car to the front?
My persona grew a lot during Golden Week. Though that's because I had help from that Elizabeth lady. Once again, I couldn't express my true self on my own. I need more confidence and a firm footing so I won't feel lost no matter what I come up against.
Rise-chan, where are we?
I have voice training after this. Come on, you're my manager. Get your act together.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Can you give me a ride? I want to hear about what kind of work came in.
Of course. I'll bring the car around, so wait at the entrance.
After seeing off Inoue-san, I jogged towards the parking lot and opened up my cell phone. The main wallpaper is a picture of everyone we took at the food court to make my ideal self a reality. I surely have to keep facing up to my weakness. But I'll have help. As long as everyone believes in me, I can overcome those weaknesses as many times as it takes. From the entrance of the studio, I look up to the blue sky. That's a little closer to summer now. And I wait for Inoue-san's car to take me to the next rehearsal. Everybody's advancing. Everybody's doing their own shit. I mean, there we have it. So I hope this does trigger, maybe? Maybe Persona? I mean, it has to. You complete the story mode from PS4 perspective. So maybe this. Now we get to Persona 3. So there we have it. I gotta say, this game did bring awesome bangers. So yeah. So let me just turn down the volume. So obviously, with this game, I haven't completely finished. We still have like other episodes to take a look. Then obviously after that, I'll definitely give a absolute more of a concrete, I guess, review, like I've always done. But overall, I wish this game was a bit more linear. Like, this was their first attempt of doing a fighting game, and if they were to do one in the future, which I do not mind, I hope they learn from this and then make it so that it's not completely like, oh, you have this and that, and you choose as like, where do I play? Where exactly? What's the structure? So it's a little bit confusing, and it's a bit more like, where am I looking at? I hope in the future they do intend to do a little bit more linear, like for example, like they did with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat story had some few moments. Okay, you got these fights. They did manage to do, like what characters you choose to fight with a certain one. That was kind of right, but what I mean by that is like all right, you got this first chapter. This first chapter you have like for example, for example. Then obviously chapter 2 you get like between, I don't know, like Kanji or Yosuke, for example. And then obviously from those battles you get to decide who do you have in the moment. And yeah, I feel like it should be more like that. But overall, I think from Persona 4, I do find it that it's a bit too it's not too casual, but more, I think it's, what's the right word to this? Too bland, maybe? Like, yeah, everything gets connect, but obviously, as you can tell, this is not the true ending. As you can tell, this is not the true ending. This is like your normal ending. It's like your normal ending. There is indeed a true ending after all this. But I think everything is surely, I mean, I don't want to say too much. Like I said, on a part that I don't remember much. I'm trying to like remember by playing the game. It's like, okay, I remember this, and that. But I know that the fact the true ending is, that's what the name is definitely the true ending. So yeah, we definitely will have to take on that. So yeah, so all we have to do is literally just let the credits roll. So yeah, that's...
This program was brought to you by the following sponsors.
Really? I hope it's not. I'm not sponsored of anything. It's just a little detail that the game just kind of did. I find it cute. See, 94%, but why? Oh, look at this! Well, we have another one. Episode P3 is now available in story mode. Episode Adachi is now available in story mode. Episode Adachi. Interesting. I think it's just short though. It's not something that's really particularly long. Actually, I think this like was a DLC, so it kind of explains to what the fuck Adachi's doing. So it's kind of like a what was Adachi doing. So I think I'm gonna leave that eternally for last. It's gonna be interesting to see through Adachi. So yeah, let's go with episode 3, preparations. Interesting. So yeah, obviously it's not 100% because I need to do episode 3 specifically in order to achieve the true ending. So we might as well just do that. So episode 3, preparations. I think this one's more linear because I think it's related to obviously elaborate stuff. So
the death of everything, but also the beginning.
Whoa, Ikutsuki. No time, no see.
People have filled the world, yet turned it into a void. The only hope of salvation lies in ruin.
What? Did you work in a zoo? Because that's one huge pile of shit you're pushing around. So, how'd that turn out for you, Dad? It doesn't matter now that you're dead as a doornail, does it? You wanted the world destroyed, huh? Isn't that right, you worthless pest? Fine. I'll do it. This shitty world with its shitty people and shitty lives will disappear, and I'll be the only thing left. After all, if the Father's fallen into darkness, then the sun must rise. Just kidding.
What nonsense.
What?
These constructs can only remain active within my red fog. Even then, they can only do so for a limited amount of time. If you have time to waste with worthless sentiment, hurry up and complete your preparations.
Ha! You've got no sense of humor. Keep up your whining and I'll have to kill you too.
Such impudence. Take them. They are your pawns.
They're pretty well made. Fine, I've got the power I borrowed from you too. So now there's no way I could lose. Well then, time to make like a tree and turn over a new leaf or whatever.
Interesting.
Huh. A puppet version of a puppet. I'll make sure you get the job done this time.
Are we fighting?
Now let's begin. For the sake of his world.
Damn. I wish that was happening all at the same time. I don't know. But whatever. I really don't know who I'm talking here. Gotta see the backlog. I really have no idea who's talking here, so. May 5th afternoon. Maybe I'm Labrys. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm Labrys right now because it kind of makes sense. What did I put of Labrys' voice? I know I tried to do a little bit of, you know, like this because of her accent. I don't think it's like that though. May 5th afternoon. I'm at the Shadow Operatives lab.
I finished going through Labrys' personality module and control link.
Fuka-san's voice echoes through the machinery lined room where she works at the operator. It seems that it'll be a little more time until she'll be finished with her work.
I knew we could count on you.
I'm sorry that I asked you for such a big favor.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly stand by after something so important happened. But, is it really all right for me to be doing this? Aren't you all part of some kind of police organization now?
There's no need to be concerned. Even now that we've become the Shadow Operatives, this lab belongs solely to the Kirijo group.
The Shadow Operatives. A special unit under the direct supervision of a national police agency organized to deal with supernatural cases that the normal police wouldn't be unable to respond to. In other words, cases dealing with shadows. This is one of the laboratories under the management of the Shadow Operatives. The purpose of this place is mainly to analyze evidence gathered in shadow-related cases, analysis of shadow matters for scientific understanding and planning operations. Another objective. Oh my god, I'm having an attack. Sorry. Another objective is the maintenance, inspection, and service for anti-shadow weapons such as myself. Since I am a member of the Shadow Operatives and am classified as a weapon due to my medical nature, I periodically undergo maintenance at this facility. Directly after the inauguration of the Shadow Operatives, Mitsuru-san had a state-of-the-art packing case prepared to transport me. However, the one slumbering within this case is my sister, who is also our new teammate. Oh! I wish I knew I was Aigis. I thought I was Labrys. Okay, I'm Aigis. So imagine I was doing the Aigis voice here. Oh my god. Directly after the inauguration of the Shadow Operatives, Mitsuru-san had a state-of-the-art packing case prepared to transport me. However, the one slumbering within this case is my sister, who is also our new teammate, Labrys, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon.
I finished investigating Labrys' mobility systems. All I have to do now is reboot her OS and perform some final checks.
Like, I wish this game could actually tell me who I'm playing or who am I, or in this specific moments. I'm like, who is this talking right now? I have no clue right now who's talking. I don't need to have to guess.
Thank you. How is she?
She'd sustained some heavy structural damage, so I was worried, but thankfully none were critical.
Since my sister had been forced to push herself far beyond her limit during the events of the other day, her entire body had taken serious damage. I'm glad that she's okay. Fuka-san's words caused me to sigh with relief.
And what did you recover from her memory?
I'm sorry. I searched through it, but I found no records that would lead to finding the one behind what happened. If we want to pursue him any further, we'll have to wait for a report from intelligence. But it seems that will still take some time.
I see.
I see Mitsuru-san tighten her fist with the quiet utterance. The culprit is somewhat capable of manipulating the data in my sister's memory. The possibility that they would make the mistake of leaving a trace leading to themselves is extremely low. Even when one knows the outcome, people often feel indignant. Oh my god, indigent? What was that? I sometimes even come up words. Even when I know. Even when one. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I'm having a stroke. Even when one's. Oh my god. And seriously, I cannot say even when one knows the outcome. Seriously. Even when one knows the outcome, people often feel indignant when the last bit of hope is crushed. It's understandable. Our ability to find out who kidnapped my sister has been completely stymied?
Then we have no clues to go on.
Don't be so hasty. We might get new leads from intelligence, right?
Ever since that attempted airplane hijacking, we've learned that the Public Safety Division has been making some disquieting moves. If we don't make a move soon, there's no telling what they'll do to take advantage of the situation. We have to find a lead before they do anything.
Though Akihiko-san has known Mitsuru-san for a long time, Mitsuru-san's expression remains stiff as he tries to console her. But that's only natural. The shadow operatives are still in a delicate position with regards to where we stand within the National Police Organization. As a seemingly suspicious group, oh my god, I sometimes like see words that's not there. Am I going crazy? As a seemingly suspicious group founded by an outsider and dealing with crimes outside of the capabilities of the normal police force, we often are met with cold stares from the people who should be our fellow investigators when we're dispatched on cases. The logic of such actions eludes me, but I cannot pretend that they do not exist.
I understand how you feel, Mitsuru-san, but we must solve one problem at a time. That is why we have gathered here today.
You're right. I'm sorry. Please work with me here in reviewing what information we already know.
Mitsuru-san implores us for assistance. Our gathering here at the lab today isn't just to hear about the results of Fuka-san's tests on my sister. We've come to share and review the information we have, to inspect the clues as closely as possible, to get the culprit as quickly as possible.
The person behind this case first stole Labris, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, while she was in transport.
Yes. The hijacking of the airplane you were on was a diversion used to conceal the theft of my sister, after which she was transported to Inaba.
Correct. The hijackers were subdued and captured, but we have reason to believe that their minds were under some kind of control.
Those who hijacked the airplane and transported the case had no memory of taking part in the crime. They did not recognize one another, had nothing in common, and were all ordinary citizens with no prior criminal records. They did, however, all claim in their testimonies that they saw red eyes. Though their interrogations are still ongoing, it seems that it won't be long before they are released. With all these points taken into consideration, it becomes apparent that this is no ordinary crime.
The culprit waited until he arrived in Inaba to turn Labris on and fiddle with her memory. And then he threw her into the TV world, right?
Where one's heart and memories manifest themselves. As a machine, Labris was able to control these memories in great detail. In other words, the enemy used her in order to set a trap for us.
When we entered the television world in pursuit, we defeated her shadow and made indirect contact with the culprit.
That person revealed that his goal was to steal our personas by making us fight each other, which would weaken our hearts and turn our personas to shadows. Once he'd accomplished that, he would combine them all so we could have even more powerful shadows.
Everyone falls silent. The mysterious person's motive was to gather and unify shadows. This is all too similar to something that those of us gathered here will never forget.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
The culprit's speech pattern is consistent with Ikutsuki-san's mannerisms. His inability to use a persona matches him as well.
But that's not possible!
That's right. We've confirmed Ikutsuki's death.
Or maybe there's someone out there besides Ikutsuki who still thinks the same way he did.
If so, then the world we strive for is still far away.
Mitsuru-san sounds as if she is in agony. Shuji Ikutsuki, 3 years ago, he became fascinated with the fall and tried to bring about the end of the world using shadows. To Mitsuru-san, he is also the adversary that robbed her of her precious father.
Yamagishi, when Labrys awakens, can you give her a summary of the case from 3 years ago? I'd like her to know what went on while she was sealed.
I understand.
Can't you just stick that data into her memory?
If we did that, it would just become a piece of data to her. She needs to be told about it in order for her mind to understand what happened.
She's human through and through, huh?
Also, I noticed something when I was checking her memories. The makeup of Labrys's memory field is slightly different from Aigus's. Besides the memory area that she normally accesses, there seems to be a sub-network of some sort.
She has 2 memory networks?
I think it was probably used to incorporate the feedback from her sibling units, but I still don't know for sure. That's why I believe it's safer to tell her in person.
All right, I'll let you tell her however you see fit. Regarding Ikutsuki, I'm pressuring staff to hurry and review the information, including the newly discovered quarantine server at Ergo Research. We never knew about the server in question before now, because it had been cut off from the group's network. It most likely has information that normally would have never left Ergo Research, such as data on top-secret experiments.
Ikutsuki-san could be involved in this case. Mitsuru-san's worry on irritation may be because she senses that possibility. We can all understand the pain she must be in.
By the way, what was the logic behind that whole midnight channel thing?
It's still unknown, but we'll have to send people to Inaba again. We're going to hold a meeting at headquarters tomorrow to discuss countermeasures.
Suddenly, an alarm that notifies us of abnormalities goes off and reverberates. There we go. Reverberates throughout the lab. Mitsuru-san quickly uses a nearby control panel to contact the staff within the facility.
What's going on?
The surveillance system detected a rise in shadow readings. It's currently stabilizing around a level 3 alert, located in that town of Inaba.
What?
Looks like he's shown up already. That saves us the trouble of having to puzzle this out.
Yu-san and his friends are in danger. Mitsuru-san, please give the order to dispatch us.
All right, we'll leave at once. Yamagishi, leave Labrys to Kikuno and accompany us.
I understand. Well then, I leave the rest to you, Kikuno-san.
Understood. Lady Mitsuru, everyone, please be careful.
One of Mitsuru-san's personal domestic assistants, or should I say, maids, Kikuno-san answers. Kikuno-san and Mitsuru-san have a stronger bond than that of any ordinary servant and master, and she is another of the shadow operatives. Her words catch my attention for some reason. Please be careful. A very trivial expression of concern for our safety. Brushing it off as common courtesy would be simple. But I feel that she may be sensing something unusual regarding the situation that awaits us there. What could be causing this uneasiness? Does Mitsuru-san know?
Oh, hold on, Aigus.
As I'm trying to decide on whether or not to look deeper into Mitsuru-san's state of mind, Fuka-san gets up from her operator's seat and beckons me over.
What is it? If we can put Labrys aside for a moment, are you going to be alright without having any maintenance done on you, I guess?
What do you mean?
I read the documents on your new equipment. At first I assumed it was referring to that large gun, but it's actually...
that. True. There have been no tests confirming that it is capable of being used in an actual combat situation. But we face a powerful foe this time.
Is it even possible? If even one thing were to go wrong.
Fuka-san's face clouds as she looks at me. I can't be confident. Oh my god. I can't be confident. Okay. I thought there was something else in there. I can't be confident that I'll be alright I'm unable to tell her pleasant lie to calm her down. In any case, I only pray that a situation that requires me to use my new equipment never arises. Both of us are tense as we prepare to depart.
Milady, a change of clothes has been laid out in your car.
I see. Thank you.
I've also prepared Akihiko-san's favorite protein drink, and Fuka-san has been preparing a playlist suitable for a road trip in her room.
Huh?
That will be all, Kikuno.
Very well. Pardon me.
As expected from Kikuno-san, she is amazingly considerate as a personal assistant should be, but she can be too thoughtful at times. We learned this for ourselves when she came to accept us as people who are precious to Mitsuru-san.
Let's start this over, shall we? Shadow operatives, let's mobilize.
Thanks to Kikuno-san, the tension in the air subsides a bit, but we cannot allow our attention to wander just now. Upon completing our preparations for departure, we immediately make our way to Inaba. So, maybe let's do a little bit prologue. Please. No, we still continue.
Why are we taking this car again, Mitsuru?
Oh my god. Are we still are we still Aigos, or we're now Mitsuru? Akihiko-san Akihiko-san grumbles from the back of the seat of Shadow Operative's personal limousine. I'm not sure how to put this, but I find that his feelings are justified.
Don't question it, Akihiko. There was no time to prepare a vehicle with the same equipment. Speaking of appearances, are you gonna wear that again?
Sure. There's a chance that we'll have to fight after all. These clothes give me the flexibility I need.
Impressive, Akihiko-san. You never change.
Still, to think that the culprit would make a move so soon. We've completely lost the initiative.
Indeed. We need to begin taking measures right now. I only hope no danger comes to Narukami and his friends.
Oh, we're still I guess. Mitsuru-san seems deeply agitated during the car ride. She seemed distracted. At times she would flip through the thick file in her lap only to suddenly give an order to a subordinate, and at the other times she would stare intently at her watch as if lost in thought. Her usual regal composure is gone.
Mitsuru-san, why don't we just ask them to cooperate with us?
I agree. They seem pretty strong.
No, they're still young. If I asked for their assistance, it would waste time better spent in school. Worse yet, it would put them in danger. I don't want anyone else to have to go through that anymore.
I understand how you feel, but they don't seem like the kind who'd listen. We were the same way back then.
Mitsuru-san falls silent. It's likely not a mistake to think that the sudden spike in shadow activity this time is related to the events of a few days ago. It has become apparent to everyone that other dangerous battle is about to begin.
We have new information. Kikuno sent me a message. I tasked Kikuno with reviewing Ergo Research's quarantine server, but it seems new evidence has come to light regarding Ikutsuki, who we discussed in our earlier conversation. According to the report, it seems Ikutsuki was performing an experiment on his own in the lab directly after the explosion. It's unknown if this is related to our current mission, but there was a record of a plume of dusk being used in the experiment.
A plume of dusk.
A plume of dusk. An object that blurs the line between matter and information, and is fitted into anti-shadow weapons like myself. It forms the core of our personality modules, and is what allows us to control personas, even though we are machines.
So, what are the details of this experiment? Nothing good, I bet.
Ikutsuki was...
The limousine engine suddenly roars, drowning out further conversation. It seems the road we are taking has begun to climb a steep hillside. As the car takes a winding road up the slope, I can look down through the window and see lush trees along the mountainside. Huh? For a moment I thought I sensed a shadow reading. Could it have just been my imagination?
Yamagishi, tell me our current location.
One moment. I'm looking it up now. We're currently in Inaba Pass. We're almost at the target coordinates. What is this? Was that?
What's wrong? An ambush?
What's happening? Driver, what's going on? Answer me!
It's just like during the hijacking. Igus, on it!
Awesome. Awesome cinematic.
A barrier? Are we trapped?
To be continued in blue. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. We finally get to play with Yukari and Ken. I'm so happy. But I cannot continue because we're gonna end the episode right there. So I guess it's a nice little prologue before literally continue on with episode 3. I didn't expect episode 4 to be that long, which obviously with the epilogue and stuff, but that's kind of understandable. But we're not done with episode 4 yet because, like I said, with the true ending. And it seems that we're going to be a whole, like a little more longer because we have episode 3, which most likely it would be like the same thing. It won't take us very long to beat, even though there's like a lot of shit coming over here. But yeah, it's the same gist of it, so really I don't think we're gonna take that long on trying to beat this, but whatever. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next time we'll be taking obviously through Yukari and Ken, and then obviously in the future, once we finish everything, we go with the Dachi. To be honest, I'm quite excited to go through Adachi because for me, I love voicing Adachi because, you know, he's sort of fun. I like voicing Adachi this way. He's kind of mad. You know, there's no way you can say no to something like that. you know, he's been the culprit last, obviously in Persona 4 Golden, but obviously to be able to see him again and even to play with him. I think we do indeed play with him here as well. But either ways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. But until then, peace out.